Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Tuesday, 30th day of October. Here we go. I must say a word about Halloween. There are no halachas about Halloween, but I think I should state this very clearly. I don't really care if the origin of Halloween is pagan or not pagan or whatever. There really is no reason for Jewish youngsters to participate in the holiday of Halloween. Whatever its meaning is, it's nothing Jewish at all. There is absolutely no reason to participate in it, and it could be even much worse than that. But certainly no reason at all that anybody Jewish should be involved in any Halloween participations. And while I'm on that, I think I should clarify, it's kind of hurtful to us when people sometimes call Purim like the Jewish Halloween, or they call Halloween the non-Jewish Purim. Our Purim really, I know that we do wear costumes, but it has nothing to do with any of the unusual symbolism of Halloween. We should just take a moment to ponder the deep, beautiful meaning as to the costumes that we wear on Purim. They have nothing to do with ghosts and goblins and things like that. They all have to do with this simple fact. When God performed the miracles of Purim, and even when you read the Purim story in the Megillah, you see no mention of God's name throughout the entire Megillah. Sometimes when it says HaMelech, the king, that's an allusion, just a hint to the king of all kings, to God, and that's a masked and veiled way that God shows His presence to the Jewish people. Throughout the story of Purim, you don't see any open miracles either. No displays of God's name in the Megillah, but no displays of God's name in open miracle form either. On Hanukkah, by contrast, a little light burned much longer than it should have. When the sea split, of course, that was an enormous miracle. In the Purim story, you only see God's hand if you want to see God's hand. The unusual story of how Mordechai seemed down and out, Haman seemed amazing, and how very quickly it all turned around, that's a hidden miracle. That's Hester Panim. That's the hiddenness of God's face. And by the way, Esther, the hero of the story, heroine of the story, her name even in itself has that word hidden inside of it. And that's one of the beautiful reasons as to why there are costumes worn on the day of Purim, because God's presence is hidden, it's veiled, and He's showing Himself to us, and we note that in our costumes on Purim. That's one beautiful explanation. But the bottom line in today's interesting law for you is that it has nothing to do with Halloween. Purim is not the Jewish Halloween. We don't believe in that holiday or any of the non-Jewish holidays in our religion at all. That's the fact. Thanks for logging on, and log on. We'll get back to our usual stuff again tomorrow. Bye-bye.